Hey, that one had a more sinister beat this week. Most like lately in the last couple of months, you've had like this dance clubby vibe kind of going on. I thought you were going to be like a DJ or something like that. But this week it was more like action adventure type music.
So I decided to switch it up this week just because we have a designer of a saber coming on.
We do. Hey, really first, Kristen and Belle and
Hello, Belle.
Teagan, who is backstage. There's our Disney princess I was telling you about. What's up, William? I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Hello, bored. Hopefully you won't be bored as you're tuning in
It's
here.
Johnny.
Johnny, which Johnny? Johnny. Who's
Johnny?
Johnny? She said.
Johnny, is it the Johnny that we were talking about a saber earlier?
Is this Johnny T? Our friend at the shop. Top trauma. At any rate, I want to apologize, and just because of that, I think I've made an executive decision tonight, Ezra. Usually, we are giving away a lightsaber tonight. I want to thank everybody that subscribed and helped us hit 400 subscribers. Usually, we give people time, like a week, to figure it out. I think we're giving this away tonight, Ezra.
Oh,
I think the people deserve it. They've been waiting for us. We were late tonight. It's a holiday. I say we give this bad boy away tonight.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So the way we're going to do this tonight, my friends, everybody who's made a comment so far, you are officially entered. If you have made
so many comments,
this is going to be so yeah, we're gonna have to pull one for each. But guess what? I see there are Bat Mike, Board Johnny, and Kristen are watching us from YouTube. If you are watching us from, you're gonna love me, Ezra. If you were watching from YouTube, you get an extra vote or an extra what do you call it? Drawing. Entry. Now, if in the middle of this you switch over from your YouTube to your Twitch, you'll get 3.
I hate you. I don't like you anymore.
So we're gonna make this complicated as hell. We are giving away a saber tonight, and this is the Revan saber. This is oddly, for those of you that know Revan saber, this is Revan in blue. Revan in blue. This is Revan's Sith saber, and the one with the claws on it that everyone always assumes is his Sith saber is actually his Jedi saber. So this is a beautiful Revan in blue custom. We've got the belt clip on here for you already. This is courtesy of our wonderful sponsors, TXQ. I feel like we need a DJ or like some music to make sound effects and stuff going off in the back. TXQ is a fantastic saber company. We exclusively deal with TXQ, except for some of the used sabers that we have at the store that we sell. Excellent company. This RGB model, which is their base model, gives you 11 colors, 10 different sound fonts, flash on crash. It's got your volume control, your mute, 10 different blaster sounds. There are so many rechargeable. The recharger, and this is another thing I like, because with some saber companies, you can never tell when your saber is done charging. But with this one, it actually gives you a light indicator to let you know when your saber is done charging. So what is up, Jim? Sorry. What is up, Jim, from Saber Starforge? What's up?
So out of curiosity, people who have already won, are we entering them as well?
Well, if they haven't hit that 3-month mark. Oh, you know what? You know who I heard? I heard Ike just hit the guy is off of probation now. Our first saber winner. Already? Yeah, well, that's what I was tripping. I was like, has it really been 3 months already?
Jeez.
So our rules here is basically once you win a saber, you can't win another saber for 3 months. Yeah, there's Bat Mike going on Twitch. So I see Bat Mike on Twitch, and I think
and he was on YouTube.
Yeah. So you might want to get you a little pen and paper there.
Oh, I'm already typing it.
Oh, okay. Beautiful.
That's why comments are popping up on the bottom of the screen. I'm already typing it.
Well, just make sure to track whether if they're coming in from YouTube or Twitch, give them an extra vote.
I am.
And guess what? You know what's exciting? We're only like 29 people away from our next giveaway. So that means if you guys help us get 29 more people to join this show, we will be giving away another saber next Sunday. Woohoo! Who is that? Megan says, I want all the entries. Oh,
also,
Kristen.
another question. Steve Jordan won last week, but technically he gave the saber away. Does he enter this week?
Oh wow, that's an interesting one. I would say technically no, because that was still his one. But you know what? Because he gave it away to someone who would not otherwise have been able to get a saber for themselves, let's just go ahead. Let's you know what? It's a holiday. Let's be kind. Let's give Steve his entries. And Steve would love to win a Revan saber. I'm sure it'll match his eyes. Yeah. Oh, Steve, I do want to say hi to you. And Jesse, Bio Boar Cosplay is in the house. Starforce Saber looks like they've come in on a couple of different ones. We're getting closer to May 4th, my friend.
We are. I'm so excited.
There is so much going on. I will not be going to Celebration, sadly, but I know a lot of people are getting prepared for that.
You know, I'm sad.
Yeah. Say Wong, what is going on? I don't know if Say Wong is going to be going down there. Oh, and Mike is on too. I feel like Romper Room. I see Mike and Kristen and Steve. Most of you are probably too young to understand that joke. James, Distance Nerding in the house. They just got back from, what was it, Idaho? They were at a Powerhouse Con. Make sure you check out. Was it? I think it was Powerhouse or Golden Gem or something like that. I know they were just like off in another state, meeting all kinds of wonderful people.
Oh my gosh, I hate you. This is so many things I have to type down. This
will match your blue Bell dress there, Bell. Hey, has that video finished uploading? Right now, I'm doing a little bit of what we call professional stalling.
Yeah, I told you it uploaded.
Oh, that one. Okay. All right. Well, let's go there. Mr. Ezra, do you want to announce the flow of the show?
Is it because you don't know who it is?
That's usually, the biggest reason. It's somebody new for us tonight, isn't it?
It is. We have a Mr. Clint Alexander on tonight.
Brought to us by
our fantastic producer, Mr. James Kaiser, aka
James Kaiser, woohoo!
AKA
Darcephalus.
There we go.
He likes the octopuses. James, oh my gosh, James is on all three, so James gets 3 entries, right? So you get 1 entry for the original comment, 1 entry for Facebook, and 1 entry. I mean, no, there's no entries for Facebook. 1 entry for the original comment, 1 entry for YouTube, and 1 entry for Twitch. James owns a saber company. In fact, James makes the saber, and yet he still wants ours. That is a businessman right there. All right.
So Facebook doesn't count?
No, not necessarily. Well, I mean, it does because that's your one. Just by making a comment. So if people don't have YouTube or Twitch, they get that one just for making a comment. If they happen to be doing it from YouTube, they'll get a second one. Or if they happen to be doing it from Twitch, they'll get a second one.
Or a third.
And then if they jump over to the other account, they'll get 3.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I think I am caught up. I hope.
All right. Well, we're caught up to James. If you see any more popping up, cross-reference your list.
Yeah. All right. So we are going to play the video.
All right. Woohoo! Flow the show brought to you by Darcephalus. Let's rock and roll.
Can't ready, when I make tough talk like they can't ready. Gun ready, can't ready, when I make tough talk like they can't ready, when I make tough talk like they can't ready. Gun ready, can't ready, when I make tough when I make tough I'm ready. busting at your face, little boy. Anywhere you live, man, busting at your face, little boy. Can't ready, man, I make tough talk like them can't ready. Unready, can't ready, man, I make tough. Unready, man, I make tough. Unready, man, I make tough. Little boy, anywhere you live, man, busting at your face, little boy, anywhere you live, man, busting at your face, little boy, anywhere you live, man, busting at your face, little boy.
I had to fucking, he hit the floor and the fucking dirt hit me. I was like, oh.
So I'm gonna be honest, I did not hear the cussing when I first watched this.
You know what? We'll let it go. Please don't get it shut down. That was cool. Wow. You know what? I do have to say that was one of the most cinematic of ones we ever seen. The first part of it looked like a video game, but you know how I knew our hero was going to be okay.
How? Because he was the hero.
I saw stormtroopers shooting at him. If stormtroopers are shooting at him, he's gonna live.
Right. There was a question up here from Mike White. What if they have 2 YouTube accounts? Do they get another entry?
What do you say, Ezra? You're the one that's gonna have to manage this. Are we cutting it off at the 3, or you want to give him another one?
If you have multiple Twitch and YouTube accounts with different names, yes.
But you have to be able to make sure to tell us what name to tie it to, because sometimes people have crazy names and we don't know that that's actually, Bob's entry or whatever. Man!
If it has a crazy name, you have, by the way, reach out to us if you win the Saber. If you have a crazy name and we're not sure if it's you, take a screenshot of it being you and send it to us whenever you reach out.
Couldn't they just put their name on the message? By the way, this is Jim on my Twitch account. By the way, this is Philippe on my YouTube account or whatever.
Yeah, I guess. Making it more difficult for me, and I have to read the comments.
Man, that was incredible flow, dude. I've never really seen a flow setup like that. And another thing I want to point out about that was really cool. To me, when you watch a good action movie, right? Like when you see a good action fight scene in a big Hollywood movie, what makes that fight scene great is not just the actions of the people that are fighting, but also the use of the camera in that fight, right? What is amazing to me, and I didn't think about it until I just saw it tonight, in 2 different times in that video, he did this force pull thing where he does the force and the camera comes in close. He does that 2 different times in that video, and that is I was like, dude, that's such a dope idea. I don't know why I haven't seen that camera, that effect done like that before. You know what I mean?
Right.
Are you even listening to me, or are you just working?
Oh. No, but honestly,
I feel so abused in this relationship, Ezra.
Honestly, though, it was actually pretty cool seeing the force pulls, because you don't really see that. Another really cool thing about force pulls and stuff is actually in combat, sometimes it actually works. Yeah. People go hold their neck because they think that they're getting hit with the thing. If you're fighting someone, you go like this really fast, they'll jump back. You
know what? At first, I was gonna make fun of you and call you really stupid, but I'm gonna try it just to see. Next time I get into a battle, I'm just gonna fucking. Oops, sorry, wrong show. And next time we get into a battle, I'm gonna just like go for the force push and see if it just throws anybody off for a moment.
Right.
Hey, I want to remind you guys all. Please make sure to subscribe. Let everybody you know about our YouTube and our Twitch account. Every 50 new people we hit, we are giving away a saber. And make sure to check us out at kybercave.com. We have a 20% sale going on 4 particular sabers tonight. And one of those 4, you are going to get to meet the designer of here in just a minute or 2.
Yes. By the way, we're not even 20 minutes into this show, and we already have 29 entries.
Woohoo! Well, that's a lot better than the 2 damn entries we had on the last giveaway. I was feeling a little hurt. I was like, man, I am giving this. I'm putting my all out here for you guys. I give you guys my all every week, twice a week, and y'all can't even get into the entry. Yeah. Our host of our other show, KCAD, got his very first lightsaber when you went to lunch with Anthony, and that was courtesy of Steve Jordan, who won the last lightsaber giveaway and gave that to Anthony, our host, who had never had a lightsaber before. Yes, and Steve, you do show up for both shows, and we appreciate it, especially since our other show on Friday night doesn't start till 9 p.m. our time, which is like midnight over on the East Coast. So
why are you clicking stuff?
Oh, did I? Oh, sorry. Are you talking about me or him?
I don't trim my beard.
All right. Get ready for
my
Obi-Wan.
face has never touched a razor since I left the Marines.
Wow.
Well, except for Christmas, because my girlfriend wanted me to shave it.
Say Wong is asking how many entries thus far.
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. We are getting ready. Oh, Fours is in the house. We just had Fours as a special guest on our show last Friday. Thank you so much. An incredible font maker there. Make sure to check. And I think Fours has actually got a special going on right now, too. So make sure to check out Fours Effects, brand new website. Put that information in the comment board for us. All right. I want to get in. I'm going to let you handle. There are comments. I can't even keep up with the comments right now.
I'm not able to keep up with them either. I'm going back and forth, trying to make sure I get everyone.
Well, right. Well, I want to go ahead and get this interview started and let you deal with all of that happening on the side. I will get the interview. So we're going to kind of split the attack here.
Okay.
All right. So are you ready for the interview?
Let's go.
Okay, let me do my introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, and all these people that are driving Ezra absolutely crazy by no fault of his own and completely mine, I would like to welcome you to our very special guest tonight. I am excited for this one. Oftentimes we have people who are saber company owners, right? They're making their own designs as well. But a lot of times when we're talking to these are people that maybe have done it for several years. They own their own saber companies. This person, so excitingly, through our parent company, TXQ, this person won a contest. TXQ was having a contest. I want to say, I remember specifically this contest because I reposted it on the Kyber Cave page. And I don't know if people thought it was serious or thought it was, a hoax or whatever, but we didn't get a lot of people, at least on our end, that even entered that contest. But it was the Design a Saber contest. And the winner of the contest got to have their saber produced. They also won, I believe, a cash reward, and they got a couple of versions of their saber. And the guest tonight is that fantastic, amazing designer. I'm excited to find out, are there lots of other designs? Was this like a once in a lifetime occurrence? This is going to be a fun interview. And as I mentioned earlier, this is one of the 4 sabers we have right now on sale for 20% off. It's a very, very hot piece. Everybody wants this thing. We're trying to make sure we have enough in stock for everybody. So if you are interested in the saber, and I know you will be after you see this interview, head over to kybercave.com and pick one up for yourself. But with no further ado, because there has been much ado till now, please give it up for Miss Teagan Bill. Hey!
Hello. How are you doing today?
Hello there, Miss Teagan. How are you doing?
I'm great. Happy to be on.
Well, thank you for, you know what, when we booked you for the show, somebody asked me a couple of days ago, they're like, you're doing a show on Easter? And I was like, wow, I guess that shows you how much I keep up with the calendar. So I appreciate you being with us here on this holiday.
Absolutely. Anytime.
So you are a rock star. You have a fantastic saber out there. First thing I need to, oh, and look, there's Z James right there watching in the comments. Woohoo! TXQ in the house. So I want to know, is this your first design that you've ever done? Are you a saber designer yourself, or tell us about this?
Yeah, this one I just kind of like banged out in a couple of days. I'm designing other things on Fusion, which I use 3D design.
Right.
And this one is kind of like I just put it out. This is like honestly my first saber.
Woo! Look at that sexy beast. Oh, that is absolutely gorgeous. Now, like with the blue kind of the shielding part, did you choose all of the colors and all that, or was that more of a corporate decision? Did you design every little piece of that saber?
I designed it. They changed a few things, for easier make it for manufacturing for them. But like the blue is, I would say that's somewhat accurate. When you get it in person, it seems a lot bluer than it is.
Right,
a little more.
Was that like a midnight blue?
I would say so. That would be close.
Yeah.
I chose more of like when I was designing it, I chose more of a a lighter gray blue.
Right. Well, what was your thought when you were designing this? Did you have a thought in mind? Was this a Sith Saber or an Old Republic Saber, or was there some vision in your head, or did you just start with your effects and just start designing whatever came to mind?
Well, first thing I started with was how big of a speaker do I want to put in there?
Right, make it like Marty McFly in Back to the Future with one just huge speaker blowing everybody away.
I mean, I haven't checked it, but I believe this still can fit a 31,
right?
If not a 28 for sure. And then I kind of like took pieces of different things,
right?
Looked at different sabers, decided like, oh, I like this particular detail, and then like also I have a lot of like those cutaway Star Wars vehicles and other things I take inspiration for.
Right.
People have been jokingly calling it like the Gundam saber, or like it looks like a what you call it, a pod racer.
Nice. Oh, I like it. And somebody now, we're going to go back to this. James said, can we talk through the processes, their special software? You were mentioning Fusion 360. We'll talk a little bit about that. I remember one of the comments, because I have this your saber in an advertisement running for Kyber Cave, and somebody made a comment. They said, why does that look like a pen? And then I commented it underneath because it's mightier than a sword.
I can kind of maybe that's the nib.
Yeah, maybe. No, that is absolutely gorgeous. So, he was asking up here about like Fusion 360 and when you were designing it. When you were looking at these different things and taking design elements you liked, were you creating something that was the perfect saber for you, or just what you thought people would like?
I was honestly, this is like I did a lot of things where it's very asymmetric, which I like odd numbers versus even, like the number of facets here is I believe 7,
Right.
and the number of like cuts out is like 11. But it was the idea was for it to be balanced but unbalanced at the same time.
Nice. I like that. Was there a theme that was running through your mind? It almost sounds like that would be a theme, balanced but unbalanced.
Oh,
Which,
definitely.
I have been accused of many times, by the way.
Being unbalanced, yes. I could see that.
More to the unbalanced, but go ahead. Sorry.
Well, as it started forming, I started coming up with a story in my mind of what I want this to say, this prop to say to the world, which is it was very much like Ezra's being a found pieces that they piece together.
Right.
I would say that this is post Skywalker series, if you will.
Okay.
And that this person was out seeking all these Jedi and dark Force objects.
Right.
Because the alternate name for the Relic Hunter is the Relic Guardian. So not only finding, but collecting and preserving them.
Nice. And you got to name the saber as well, right?
Correct.
Right. So that was that the vision that you had? Did you have kind of like a space Indiana Jones kind of vision?
Exactly. That's exactly what I was. Well, like a little bit of Indiana Jones, a little bit of the Cal Kestis.
Right. That's fantastic. Now, how does it feel to you? When you hold that saber, is this like, I mean, of course, yes, we talked about they had to make a few design changes, but is this what you envisioned when you were drawing it out in your head and you thought maybe one day I'm going to have this in my hand? Is this, I mean, as close as you would have imagined it could be?
I think you get closer, but this is pretty close.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about it? It's an absolutely gore. What are people saying to you?
It's pretty. They like it. It's just like, oh, I want to have it. When is it coming out?
Right. Well, I can tell you at Kyber Cave, it's been really popular. People have been talking about it. People are excited about that saber. They were asking when we got it in. We put our order. I mean, as soon as it was available to order, we put our order in for the shop to get that in because I knew right off the bat. James was saying, I do like the asymmetric look. Feels very unique. What was the inspiration? We talked a little bit about the inspiration, but I had a comment. When you look at a majority of the Star Wars sabers, I really feel like that's what makes a lot of them iconic and unique is the asymmetric look of it. A classic Vader saber, or the Luke saber, how it's got the lights on one side of the box, and
I definitely took if you can see there's supposed to be 2 lights,
right?
I definitely took a little bit of Palpatine and a little bit of Luke,
right,
with that inspiration.
Well, if I could say, and I don't know if James is still watching there, James, the owner of TXQ or CEO, I don't know how he runs, but just in general, these are fantastic fight sabers, right? But if you want a saber, in my opinion, that looks authentic to the Star Wars universe, it's those asymmetric touches, such as the one that you've done there on Relic Hunter, that make it look, this is a good fight stick, right? I will go out in a saber battle and use this guy all day long, this would be a preferred saber.
sick.
But if I were to cosplay and want something that looked like even my own character or whatever in the Star Wars universe, I would go something more with like what you've designed that has that asymmetric look. What did you say, by the way? Huh? The death stick, yes.
But he named it. He named it the death stick.
That's my saber's name, the death stick. So I was saying that the asymmetric look to me feels more like a Star Wars saber as opposed to a company making a toy or you know what I mean? Does it make sense?
Yes. I was just going to pull out
and Z is on. Yay.
Yes, you definitely have some like symmetric, but some asymmetric pieces with something like the Sokas.
Exactly. I feel like every lightsaber that is a canon lightsaber has that example where it does not look the same at every angle. When you get a saber that looks the same from every angle, that's when you start getting into manufactured sabers, right? I'm not discrediting. This is my favorite saber. This is my personal saber, right? But this for me is a fighter. This is something that I like to use in my saber competition. But I wouldn't necessarily always feel that this is the best choice if I was trying to, create my own Star Wars character cosplay or something like that. I would rather have something like you have there.
Oh yeah, like I'm a big fan of shrouds. That's definitely and layering of different colors, having the very contrasty look to it.
Right. And another thing that I personally love on your design there is you've incorporated two different things that are big fan favorites. You've incorporated the shroud and the thin neck. A lot of people like thin neck sabers. And you've done both. You've brought balance to the saber.
Oh yeah, like I think they might have made it. I don't know. They made it a little bit thicker in the thin neck,
right.
But yeah, I have another MHS that I'm going to do with another shroud that was going to be my first saber that I made. I have all the parts and everything, but.
Right.
It's definitely a that type of thing. I like to layer it to add more dimension to so it's, as you say, not one dimensional, the plain just cut.
Right. So we got a couple of comments over here I want to get to, but before we do, Teagan, do you remember when we were talking just before the show? I said you were gonna have a particular fan on tonight, and they were gonna make a particular comment. I want to show you. Oops. It's moving on me.
Love the shirt.
Love the shirt. There's the comment. I told you it was coming up. Belle, I told her you would be excited about her shirt tonight. All right. James is asking, how did you get into designing sabers? Do you have a design background? Obviously, most people don't just play with Fusion 360 because it's a fun thing to do. They've got most people, I say. Do you do design in your everyday work, or is this a separate hobby?
No, this is something, three-dimensional design is a separate hobby. Like I've done things from I have a Etsy store, and I design stands for the ball droids.
Mm-hmm.
You get from Galaxy's Edge, like this little guy.
All right. So you make stands for those?
So yeah, it's like stands. I also designed a stand. Apparently, my thing is I like stands. Adam Savage likes his boxes and containers to put things in. Everybody's in a place. I very much feel the same way, except for I like a stand.
Right.
I just, after seeing the HasLab proton pack stand, I'm like, I can do better.
Really?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's a few issues, like you can't plug the wand in and let it sit on the stand, where I'm like, okay, you got to fix that and do a few different things.
Right,
But
right,
yeah,
right. James is saying, seems like you have a big love for Star Wars. What is your Star Wars story? And Forrest says that looks to be a sturdy thin neck, light dual or demonstration worthy. I'll bet.
Maybe I wouldn't push it. Just just be safe on the safe side.
Right. Well, I think definitely probably choreography, cosplay for sure. A lot of the things, and for those of you that are looking for your first saber out there, happy Easter to you, Matt, or whatever, or spring solstice, whatever you choose to do. But one of the things with thin necks is they are very beautiful. Luke Skywalker's Episode 6 is a classic thin neck. But when it comes to actually dueling, if you go into saber competition, the thin necks are not as strong as a typical solid neck. And it makes sense when you have less material here and you're hitting each other with great force. Eventually, it's going to bend and curve at that thin neck section. But that still looks to be pretty sturdy on yours.
Well, as you can see, is it's still open, but at the same time, it's probably as thick. I want to say as pretty thick as this sidewall right here.
Right.
I don't know if you can see that.
Right. Yeah.
And personally, I wouldn't use any of the duel with any of the nicer sabers just because they usually cost more money and they are nicer, and you want to keep them nice.
Right.
But you can. There's definitely some of the ones out there that you can duel with if you so choose, and this is definitely a sturdy saber.
Right. And I want to make it clear the sabers that we have at TXQ, because we specialize at Kyber Cave in good combat sabers. We have ones that are shelf queens as well. This is a saber I'm very confident in. I'm very confident with TXQ's designs and with their quality inspections. Again, I would not probably use this at the Saber Legion or at one of the heavy dueling competitions, but I wouldn't use any thin neck saber in that type of situation. You're just asking to get your saber, and if you're spending a lot of money on a really nice design, you probably don't want to get it all banged up and scratched up.
I'm pretty sure everybody's seen the Alibaba special saber.
Right.
This is one of the ones I picked up, and I spin with it. I throw it around, and it's just a workhorse, as it were.
Right. Well, for those that get into sabering, and what's so fascinating to me, and the reason we do this show, is there's so many different kinds of, like, you think, when you think of people who collect lightsabers, even that has its own categories and pockets underneath it, right? So, like, for example, I have sabers that are for very specific things. I have one for flow. I have one for heavy combat, one for light combat, one for cosplay, one that's strictly a wall queen. So I have very specific needs and purposes for my saber. With a lot of people, they just want to go out and, have fun with their kid in the backyard.
Oh yeah, like any of the One Piece, I would say, being of course, you can screw the end off the pommel,
right?
But the rest of the saber is one
solid
piece,
solid
body. It would be my suggestion, at least. Whereas, like, something with the threads in the middle might tear a thread out and break.
Right. Yeah. Personally, again, I haven't had any problem here, and I think a lot of the fighting that most people are going to do that would never ever that wouldn't even affect them or come. They're not going to do that kind of battling. Again, though, there are sports saberists that are using full armor, with full power attacks. So they might.
Oh, so they go like full on SCA or Kendo, as it were.
Right. So when they do that, they may have different requirements.
Yeah, mine is much more like cosplay and just to have like a fun saber to swing around and a shelf queen. I'm not so much into. I mean, I definitely done my fair share of contact sports.
Right. And Matt
And
agrees. Matt, a lot of people would have different sabers as well. So you were saying your fair share of contact sports.
fencing, martial arts, and then like yeah. So I've definitely my fair share of like armed combat, if you will.
Right. I have a curved hilt that I made through the custom saber shop. That was my own personal design that I use. It's MHS build that I use when I'm doing light speed fighting because it's a much lighter saber. We're using a thinner blade, so it feels to me more similar to fencing than say doing the Saber Legion fighting, where it's more about that, like a claymore heavy hit style kind of thing.
Two-handed versus a single, where you're like this. I can almost fence with this.
Right.
It's very light.
So I wanted to bring up too. You and I were talking, I think earlier in the week, and if you could show your saber there again. One thing that I thought was interesting, I had asked you, did it come out like what you envisioned? And it was funny to me because the one thing that you pointed out that was a mistake on there was the one thing that I was really attracted to on the saber. You want to tell people about what that was all about?
Just the alignment in. I had this aligned with the middle here so that it's aligned with the backside as well.
Right.
But as you can see, it lines up better with the buttons and the LEDs.
Right. But
and that's just
go ahead.
Nitpicking. That's just me nitpicking.
Right.
They did a good job.
I personally really liked the offset buttons. A lot of times on sabers, the button is always in the same exact spot, right? It's right there in the middle, near the middle of the saber on the top. But I really like the unique offset of the buttons on here, because to me, again, that's what makes a Star Wars saber. Pongo, I'm going to get to you in just a second about your question there about light speed. So yeah, I really like the offset of those buttons. I also like how they're side by side as opposed to up and down, which is another thing you see on many other sabers.
I'm very much a fan of the side by side, but up and down is also it just depends on how you feel. For me, pressing the buttons is easier side by side versus up and down because you have to move your hand up physically versus just moving your thumb over.
Right. So I found that very interesting that that was one of the things I absolutely fell in love with. Steve is saying I only do full on combat in SCA, but that's with that's real armor and real swords. That's a whole nother level. You a crazy man, Steve. That's
I've fought with some of those CA people. They're pretty crazy.
They're hardcore, man. They have taken a few hits to the head, that's for sure. Hey, Pongo, I want to let you know Lightspeed. If you get a chance, check out Lightspeed International. It's run by an incredible gentleman named Kang Snow. They are one of the more recognized fighting Saber Legions in the United States. And they are they tend to be equated a lot more with the fencing style. A lot of people like Lightspeed because there's less armor requirement than the Saber Legion. The Saber Legion is head to toe, full on armor. And when we say armor, it's like hockey gear and baseball gear and stuff like that, fencing mask. Whereas with are those two different colors? Oh no, it's turned two different directions.
It's I'm showing different faces. That's all.
Yeah. Whereas with Lightspeed, they require only the fencing mask, the elbow gloves, and a cup is suggested. So a lot of people get into Lightspeed because it's a lot easier and cheaper to get into. And there are organizations all over the United States and the world, so there might be a club near you. Have you had a chance to get out there and play with your saber, or are they just strictly staying nice and beautiful on the wall?
I definitely handled it. Put a blade in it just to get the feel of it. Because I still have to build up a chassis because I'm not sure exactly what THQ changed internally wise to properly design a chassis for it.
Did you design a chassis as well when you did your initial renditions?
No, but I definitely have a chassis in experience. It's just not. It's pretty easy. It's just got to know the size of certain things and figure out where the best place to place them.
Right, right. Do you offhand know how many people, were you told at all how many people entered the competition, or were you able to see any of the other designs against people that you were competing against for this competition?
I mean, yeah, I definitely. There's some of them, like one of my friends, Harry Solo, for Harry Solo fonts. He entered one. I helped him with his. We have another friend that was designing the actual saber from a game. I believe it was, and I helped on a couple different parts that were more difficult to produce. So yeah, design work is something I do. I have a very three-dimensional understanding of what I want, and that's a very important thing I think in design is to know what you want,
right?
Or
well,
at least
I'm very interested. Like I personally would love to see, all the sabers that were in the competition, and like to kind of work through TXQ's thought process of how they chose it. To me, I'm looking at your saber, and it's a beautiful, unique individual saber, but from a production point of view, it's very doable. Sometimes people go a little crazy with their designs, and it becomes a very expensive process for the actual manufacturers, and therefore it's just not feasible to do. But in your design, it's simple yet still unique and beautiful, so that I think it would be something that on a mass production level, I would look at that and go, oh, okay, that is something we could do.
Oh yeah, I definitely kept that in mind. As like, I was thinking of like Rebels, honestly, of having that simple design, like Kane and Ezra have.
Right.
Ezra is honestly one of my favorites, and so is Kane is as a close second.
Right. Teagan, Bell is asking how much you sell. You don't now. You have an Etsy store, but that's more the stands and stuff. Bell, this was a contest that Teagan won, and we are selling it on our website. So if you want that saber, you got to come through me. Or other people that sell TXU product. But this is not this saber.
Go through him.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, but this saber itself is not like Teagan is selling it. It is owned by TXQ Sabers, but it was a design contest that Teagan won for that. When was that? I can't remember. I know it was last year, but I can't remember. Was it summertime? August.
So it's been been 8 months.
Wow, so that's been a really quick venture, huh?
I would say that's on the longer spectrum of runs from design to production. Like I know some of the others, like I buy like Jawa's Junk, Phoenix, is it Phoenix Sabers,
right,
over there in Germany. I have the Spectre 6, as I said. I like the Ezra's.
Right.
And I'm going through right now 2 of Jawas with the Lop and the and the other run of Gunji's.
Yeah. Right. Jawa's Junkyard is doing that one, right?
Yes, in a full wood, or wood and metal. That's which I love alternative
styles and designs.
Oh yes, definitely. I was like, oh, I love that design. I
Right.
want that one. Or
Right.
that's usually how it comes down to me deciding what saber.
Right. James is asking, you got any new projects or inspirations?
Uh, I need to make some more of those stands, and right now I'm working on finishing off a. I have a Saber Forge Eco One revamp that
Mhm.
a glow up, if you will, that I've designed a little switch box and a saber so that I can do the. I'm a very much a fan of uh, the uh, plunger type of buttons to
Mhm.
a tactile switch.
Right. And one thing I want to say, and I've heard a couple of other people say it too, but one of my things that I really liked about your saber is it seems to me what I don't know if there's an industry term for it, but I call them canvas sabers. Sabers that are just, I mean, to me, they're meant to be etched. I look at that saber and it needs to have a design on it, or you know what I mean? I'm
Yes,
not saying it's incomplete, but what I'm saying is that I can see so many creative ideas that people are going to have, so that saber may not even end up looking like the same thing by the time they're done.
yeah, that's why I got two. One to keep as is, and one to etch and alter. Uh,
Do you already have an idea for what you're going to do to your own personal saber?
mm, Not quite, because I got to think of like what patterns and what type of. It will come to me. I'm one of those two people who like have a muse that it speaks to them.
Right. When the moment is right, it shall speak to you.
Exactly. That's why I got like a X amount of sabers that I need to make chassis for because
Right.
moment hasn't been right.
Now, James is asking, so this started as a new career or just a hobby on the side, creating sabers?
This is just a hobby, like I like making 3D things. I also do like ceramics, speaking of three-dimensional arts.
Right. Right.
And so having that physical object that you create, even if it's being in the digital realm, and then bringing it through 3D printers or through like a service for CNCing or other stuff like that, or being able to machine it yourself if you have
Right.
have the tools. Uh,
Right.
it's definitely a hobby.
Right. Well, you were doing fantastic as a hobby. There was a question here. Does the Relic Hunter come in other colors or only blue? Is it only blue for right now? Because I can see TXQ quickly, doing red shrouds and other color shrouds. I think that's an easy change for them.
Yeah, I would imagine that's a pretty. I don't know if they're going to do another run over the previous one
Uh,
over this time because they want to do give other people a chance to produce uh, their own sabers. They do contests in the future.
wow. Wow. Well, I'm hoping this becomes a permanent addition. In fact, wow, how crazy to think that this might be I thought this was a permanently in their catalog. So it makes it more of a rarity that it might be kind of a special limited edition thing. Definitely make sure to get yours because you may not get a chance to get it later.
Oh yeah. Uh, well, I also look forward to see what other people, because I saw some very interesting designs that may be a little bit more difficult to pull off.
Right.
Uh, where mine was a more easily machinable design. Uh,
Right.
but
I
I would
think
just love to see more people's sabers and their designs and bringing that to fruition.
Well, let me on that note, because we love our sponsors TXQ, and they will probably do another contest. I'm guessing again this year. What would you advise to people that wanted to enter the contest? What would be your advice to somebody if they were serious about trying to win this contest for TXQ next time?
Um, I would say uh, make it it's hard to say because like I would say machinable, but at the same point, have a follow your love, as it were. Do what you want, and if they're able to do it, then that's great. Maybe they might pick somebody else for that fact, but you know, if you were able to make it, produce it, because they wanted an actual like ready to go machinable thing, which
Right.
I've seen they changed up a lot of things on the Saber from my original, but they got the overall design.
Right. I love this comment right here. I'm about to pop it up. Someone said limited edition Saber and it looks sweet. R.I.P. to my wallet.
It's actually pretty cheap for what it is, what you get.
Right. And we have it for 20% off right now at Kyber Cave up until May 4th. So if you want to be a first in on that, who knows how long it's going to be around, but you can order it through us on our website. So please make sure to do so. Teagan,
Yeah.
we're going to, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I can't wait till May 4th, like one of my things is for the Disney, the collecting of the Starbucks cups. Have you seen the mugs? I'm like scowling and looking, going, is the new mugs come out yet? They're the Starbucks Been There series, and they are have like Hoth and Batu and Dagobah and Tatooine.
Oh wow!
And so I'm hoping I can new collections. That's that's one of my things that I like.
Right.
But yeah, all the different stuff that comes out for the 4th is really exciting.
Yeah, Teagan, do you go to cons and stuff?
I haven't gone to too many cons. I like more of the I like anime. Like I go to Anime Expo, and but I would like to do some of the more Star Warsy and the Comic-Con type of thing.
Right. Johnny's saying if people are buying it, you might need to do some autographs there, Teagan.
You don't want my autograph. It's not worth very much.
We'll have it etched into the Saber. I know we were I know you said you had an Etsy page as well. We're gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap up here in a minute. Is there anything you want to let people know as far as like, if you had any words of advice or just things that were on your mind that you kind of wanted to get out there? Also, if you could let people know how they could find you, if they were interested in getting some of your stands, or if they're interested in following you, as your saber designing career expands.
I have Siren Sabers on Etsy, and like I have the ball droid stands. If you happen to have one of those Build-A-Droid ball droids,
Right.
I'm on the our lightsabers Discord a lot under Lady Tano.
Okay.
As well as a couple other ones like the Galaxy's Edge group.
Right.
Because
Right.
I'll be definitely in Galaxy's Edge coming up next week, actually.
Oh wow! And you live in Southern California, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Because someone Bell up here was saying something about coming up to Silicon, which is the Adam Savage con that they have up here in San Jose.
Oh yeah.
we're only like 4 or 5 hours away. Not that far.
Oh, 5 or 6.
Yeah, give or take.
Santa Fe area. I know the drive. My sister used to live up that way.
Right. Yeah, I used to live in San Diego, so I've done that drive many a time. Oh, Stephen Jordan has put it up there, etsy.com/Siren Sabers. Thank you so much, Stephen. We appreciate that. Is there oh, and somebody asked about, do you have an Instagram?
Not right now. maybe in the future. I had one for a while, but then I got rid of it because I figured no one wants to see pictures of me.
Oh, but you're a celebrity now. People want more of your product, Teagan. You're in demand.
Well, hopefully I will have some chassis on Shapeways soon. Maybe, but like I'm designing a chassis for that Spectre 6, but I know a lot of people don't have that much of expensive Saber.
Right.
So I'll definitely have some other ones, and I'll put up a chassis for. I'll probably put up like if you have a 3D printer and you want to buy the Saber, I'll make a design a chassis for it. Just like basic.
Right. Looks like there's a petition going over here in the comment box for you to get an Instagram page going again.
I'll definitely put it up one. I'll put one up. I think I'm under Queen of Skulls. I still might have it. I'm actually, for my profession, I'm X-ray tech. So
oh, nice.
I'm all about the bones.
Beautiful. Well, Teagan, I want to tell you it has been an absolute pleasure to talk to you tonight. I've had so much fun learning about this Saber. I cannot wait for our shop to get it in. We've already ordered it. We're just waiting for it to come in the mail, so I can play with it myself. Yeah, I think that is about it. Thank you so much for being on tonight, and you have a beautiful evening.
Oh, wait. I take that back. I was just looking to see what my my Instagram it is Gamma X.
Oh, Gamma X.
I might have to delete some stuff before you guys post it up.
Steve says I'm pretty much the PR man for this group. Thank you, Steve, for always advocating for Kyber Game. We need the help. Lord knows we need help.
I'm a PR man too. I say everything I need to say.
Yeah, but we need more than just me and you doing it, dude. Otherwise, it's just me and you having a conversation.
That is true.
All right. Did you get it there, Teagan?
The Instagram?
Yeah. Was that it?
Yeah, that's one of my Instagrams, I think. I have another one.
Are you looking it up? You look like you were lost in thought there.
Yes. Oh, I'm looking it up right now. Just it tells you how much I actually use it.
Well, we're Teagan, we're gonna sign off. If you find it, just go ahead and throw it in the comments. You can make comments on the show, but we're gonna go ahead and keep the show rolling. And I see Pierce Davis is on. Pierce, I'm so sorry about your Saber, dude. I don't know what happened, or I don't know if it's mail or whatever, but we're gonna get you another one. Take care. Pierce's Saber never arrived. That was like a week and a half ago. Bye, Teagan.
Bye, Teagan.
Lovely talking to you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
All right. Yeah, we got to get Pierce taken care of because I don't like that. I don't like that, especially since I know we sent that out.
So is Pierce going in the giveaway tonight?
Was that?
Is Pierce able to join the giveaway tonight since he already won?
I mean, I guess. Well, we'll do this. We'll put Pierce in, and then he can decide if he wants the one that he won last time or if he wants the new one. How about that? I don't know what happened. I put it in the mail. That was one of the 3 that I sent out last week. I don't know if you remember. No, nobody I don't know why I'm saying this. Nobody on stream gives a crap about this. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. That was a fantastic interview. I very much appreciate all the questions and all the comments coming up. That was very fun. And we had the president of TXQ was online. How cool is that?
Right. Phil, you are entered. Don't worry.
Just as a reminder for you guys, we are giving this away tonight. People that are commenting right now, you are going to get this tonight. Usually we wait until Friday and we give people time to do more entries, blah, blah, blah. No, not tonight. Huh?
We have almost 40.
40. Man, we don't even get that when we don't even get that when we give people time to do it, dude. All right, so we are giving this saber away tonight. We will be announcing tonight who will win this. Only 29 more subscribers. If you have not joined our YouTube page or our Twitch page, please do. We are trying to grow this and grow this community as much as possible. We need only 29 more subscribers on YouTube, and we will give another saber away. So I'm hoping we can give one away next Sunday. That would be dope-alicious. All right, dude, this is so crazy. I'm so used to like just a couple of comments coming in so I can actually like keep up with them and read them. Now they're like
so many.
It's like
like 5 people. Wait, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people commented at once. At the exact same time they popped up on my side.
I am loving it. Let's do this every week, y'all. Let's keep Ezra crazy.
You don't want anything even more crazy than it already is.
All right, do we have did Kevin send us stuff?
Yes, he did.
Woohoo! Ladies and gentlemen, we are very proud, just like our flow of the day, flow of the show.
Flow of the day.
Flow of the show.
You almost said flow of the day.
No, I almost said flow of the dough, dude. That would be like if we were a bakery. Our flow of the show is brought to us by Darthcephalus. We have a fantastic producer, Mr. Kevin Hogan, who brings us the California Comic-Con Adventures with Kevin every single week. And he is very well known here in Northern California. If you have been to any con in Northern California, I'm sure you have run into this man in one of his many outfits. The most famous of them of all, Sith Cats. Woo! At least that's what we love, our Sith Cat.
That is Teagan's Instagram tag. Go over there.
Yay!
Follow.
Gamix. Of Gamma X.
Gamma
That's
X.
Like, it's very She-Hulk. Gamma X. And we love you too, Belle. Mwah. All right, let's run that Kevin segment kindly. Right. Yeah, I literally stopped my stream, so I wasn't pulling viewers. Oh.
Hey, maybe you'll win.
Yes, it'll be.
Hey there, everyone. This is Kevin Hogan in Northern California with another episode of California Comic-Con Adventures. On March 25th through the 26th of 2022, we went to the Latin Comic Arts Festival in Modesto in Central California at the Modesto Junior College West Campus. Now, this was sort of like Graffiti Comic-Con. For those of you that remember before COVID there, it was like a Comic-Con meets a car show. This was a very fun event there for those of you that like that. It's a live in-person event. It featured over 40 cartoonists, writers, artists, animators, graphic designers, storyboard artists, comic scholars, as well. Of course, they're very full parking lot of lowrider exhibit cars and a virtual art gallery there. Unfortunately, there are very few cosplayers in that Central California persona. It was only me as Marty McFly and a luchador wrestler walking around there. So hopefully next year you'll see some more cosplayers turn out there. But if you happen to see all those cars come out to a Comic-Con near you, I hope you guys want to check it out there and have fun. Later on April the 2nd, 2022, we went to VacaCon up in Vacaville of Northern California. Now, VacaCon is normally every year, but it had been closed for the past 2 years during the COVID pandemic. They had their usual cosplay contest, which had lots of cool, colorful, creative cosplay contest characters there. But this year, as a special they added a cosplay masquerade parade there for all the characters to walk around the Vacaville Public Library area there and past the public theater there. So everyone got to see all the cosplayers walking around there. I myself was the Mau Mau Heroes of Pure Heart from Cartoon Network in my fursuit there. It was really fun getting to see all the characters there. There were also some actors there. The Power Ranger, White Ranger from the Power Rangers Live on stage was there. C. Andrew Nelson, who played Darth Vader from the Star Wars Special Edition, that was there. Alan Fernandez, who was one of the original Tusken Raiders from Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, was there. And if you're ever in the Vacaville area during VacCon, I would definitely recommend check it out. Get to see the vendor hall with all the artists, creative arts, and crafts there. And for upcoming events there's also Modesto Ohanacon on Sunday, April the 24th. If you're in the Modesto Central California area, be sure to check that out. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the picks, and be sure to check it out the next Comic-Cons, and hope you see you out there.
Hello.
I was gigging on that little mini DeLorean, and then I looked over and I was like, oh my god, it's Chewbacca without a head. That's just how my brain works.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that because I did not see that.
They showed the DeLorean twice. The last one that they show where it's Kevin next to the DeLorean. Next to the DeLorean is Chewbacca without a head, which is, I believe, probably Randy, because he lives out there in Vacaville. Yes, we are definitely in the con season, so if you are not going to cons, you should be.
Yeah, right? So I was at VacCon, and I did not see that parade thing.
You didn't see the parade? Well,
No.
so apparently you weren't in the parade.
Yeah, I definitely was not in the parade if I didn't see it. I was dressed up, too. Like, I was looking nice.
Oh, man. See, you can catch Ezra out live. I don't ever go anywhere. I don't have a life.
I'm out more than he is.
That is true. All right, please make sure to check us out. We are here every Sunday night at 7 p.m. I know who our guest is next week. I'm very excited. In fact, our schedule is actually kind of lining up, which is beautiful. Please be sure to check out our website, kybercave.com. We have all kinds of sabers as well as other fun stuff on there. We have saber chopsticks. We have saber socks, saber earrings. We have lots of bottle openers, saber-related
bottle
products.
Openers are so cool.
We have saber-related products, not just sabers.
Right.
So please check it out.
The bottle openers, for you guys who don't know what we're talking about, just think it's a regular old bottle opener. No, it is Luke Skywalker hilt with the blade being a bottle opener instead. So you just it's freaking dope.
We have those on our site. They make excellent little gifts at the holidays. They're wonderful stocking stuffers. Pierce needs a bottle opener. We'll have to throw that in with the saber once we get that out. I feel so bad about that, dude. I hate it when people don't get their stuff. That is like what we do, dude. That should never ever be an issue. But we'll get you taken care of, Pierce, one way or another. All right. Next week we have Wade Sabers, and I'm going to give you a chance in just a minute here. We're going to throw up everybody's name on that board with their multiple entries, right?
You won't be able to tell if you're on there or not. There is 40 entries.
Wow.
Good luck.
Okay. Well, I think we should do it anyways, right? Don't you think? Just in case, because everybody will look for their own names. We'll throw it up for like 1 minute. Just make sure you were on there. If you subscribed on multiple platforms, such as on our YouTube or our Twitch stream, remember you get extra entries, and so you want to make sure your name is on there multiple times. We are giving this.
I'll see if you can see your name.
Oh my goodness!
I told you.
Can we make that full screen or no?
No, that is full screen.
Oh, that is full screen, huh? Can we drop out our faces to make it bigger?
Let's see.
Oh wow!
Hey, look,
we moved! Yay! We still exist!
Yay!
We are giving away this saber courtesy of our wonderful sponsors at TXQ. Thank you, Zia James, for tuning in tonight, and Teagan Beal for participating in that contest. This is a Revan Sith Saber in blue with the belt clip already attached. I love this because it's got a nice deep socket, so this is actually a fantastic fighting saber. And for those of you that don't necessarily want the Revan, there is a similar model. That's actually the model that I rock, and you can see it looks almost just like the Revan. This is actually a cheaper alternative on our website to the actual Revan Saber. So go check that out. Are we ready to do this thing? I need a wedding saber,
to
Bill
add Dan
says.
Mouse 2 more times.
All right, Dan Mouse. And Teagan, did you get Teagan in there?
Yes, I got Teagan.
Woo! And I see Pierce, and I see Belle. So yeah, next week we will have Wade Sabers. Russell from Wade Sabers will be in the house. We are going to learn about what Wade Sabers does. Wade Sabers is mostly known for doing installations, but very unique installations. And in fact, I finally found someone who will take care of this. Is my baby right here. I've had this saber for over a year and a half. It took me a year to find it, find someone that actually had one. And then when I got it from them, I've been searching for someone that will actually install this. This is a very notorious saber. There is only, I believe, 25 of these in existence. So I had to make sure it was done right. And Wade Sabers is the one who will be doing that. So I am very excited. I get to work with the best. So do we think we're ready to roll that wheel?
Almost. Apparently
Ronin Sabers. Okay. Dan Mouse, Ronin Sabers. I will try to look for that. If you could send me a message, or send Kyber Cave a message to remind me, that would be fantastic. But I will search out Ronin Saber, or if you have contact and you can have them contact me, I would love to get them on the show. I know we have some Saber schools. Huh?
To the person whose comment is right underneath us two,
my kid.
Did he comment on the video? Because I didn't comment from him. He subscribed, yes, but he also has to comment on the video.
That's the comment right there, isn't it?
No, that's from his mom, or from their mom or dad. And it says that the kid subscribed on YouTube, but did they comment on the video?
Well, I mean, I feel like that comment is commenting on the video.
Yeah, fine, I'll add it. Making my life harder.
Hey, look, she says they can't comment because of YouTube Kids or something like that. I feel like that is a comment should work.
Fine, I'll add it.
Add it. The more the merrier. All right, we're going to get ready and roll this. Also, make sure to check us out for those of you that are 13 and older. Check us out every Friday night at 9 p.m. We do a show called Kyber Cave After Dark. It's where hey, El Soria, what's Eli? What is going on? And Anthony, hey, we were just talking about you, Anthony. We do a show with the fabulous host Anthony Allen every Friday night called Kyber Cave After Dark. If you guys are in the Lodi area on Wednesdays, make sure to check out Slay House, drag show that Anthony runs out there at. What's the name of the club? What's the name of your club, Anthony? Put it in the comments. 18 plus. There's no nudity or like. Dude, I think my 13-year-old here is worse stuff on TV than what we talk about.
You Maybe do not. Realize that in order for something to be classified as 18 plus, all it has to do is say the F word twice.
Oh, I guess we are an 18 plus show then.
Yeah.
Well, golly. But Saber Rattle is and will always remain a family-friendly show, regardless of how crazy the blend. Make sure to check out Slay House at the Blend Ultra Lounge in Lodi every other Wednesday, I believe. And that's 21 and over. The language alone makes 18 plus. Okay, Philip. I got it. You're right. Dang, I guess we got to change that beginning, huh?
I had it at 18. You made me change it.
I didn't know. And I'm not typically dropping F-bombs on there. Are we ready to roll?
Yeah, let's spin it.
Let's spin that wheel.
We have 47 entries.
Woohoo! We love you all. Oh!
Eli!
Oh!
His husband gets a saber, he gets a saber. You guys got to come back out for lunch.
Yeah, that's another excuse for you to come out. Eli is the winner of the Revan
Aaron,
Saber.
I'm so sorry. You were just a tad bit too late.
Who was it?
Aaron Brown.
Aaron.
He
Aaron
just
Brown.
commented.
Oh, Darth MacGyver.
Yeah.
Oh, we're so sorry, Darth MacGyver. Well, hopefully, like I said, we are like less than 30 people away from our next Saber giveaway. If you guys can let everybody you know, please subscribe on Twitch. Check us out at Kyber K Productions on Twitch and YouTube. Get us more subscribers, and we will be giving away another Saber this Sunday night. Woo! What a spin, Johnny said. All right, guys. And thank you for shutting down your stream, Philippe, for us. That was very, very sweet of you. And you know, thank you for being happy for Eli. All right, and Art.
Sad for
Art
me,
just
but
jumped
happy
in.
for Eli.
Art just jumped in too. Thank you for tuning in, Art.
I have our
all right
on there.
Oh, okay. All right. Is there anything else, my dear friend Ezra?
No. Go check out the website, kybercave.com. Y'all are watching on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch today, so go subscribe to all of them. Yay!
Yay! Yeah, I think we're only like 30 subscribers on our Twitch account away from being a real verified account. So we're actually climbing on there, but not as many people watch Twitch as YouTube and other things. So we focus a lot on our YouTube, but we love our Twitch subscribers as well. And thank you so much. And Darth MacGyver, we got to see you in. We miss you, man.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. We have Instagrams. There's Kyber Cave Productions Instagram, and then there's also the regular Kyber Cave Instagram. Different content will be on both, so keep an eye out.
Right. I am kind of pretty much running the Kyber Cave Instagram, and Mr. Ezra runs the Kyber Cave Productions.
I
Instagram.
run Kyber Cave Productions.
He runs Kyber Cave. Let's just be honest. All right. And also, really quickly before we go, I want to give a big shout out to 5 Titans in Fallon, Nevada. If you are in Nevada and you need a lightsaber in your life, you can go to their shop at 5 Titans in Nevada, and they are now a Kyber Cave affiliate. So we are sending sabers out to Nevada. So we are conquering California and Nevada. And we had another milestone this week I'm really excited about. And then I promise we'll go. We had our first international saber order. Yay! We're shipping a saber to Australia.
Yes. We do orders all around the world. Just contact us.
Let us know. All of our other orders have been through the United States. And really, the whole website has been a newer phenomenon for us because we were always an in-store based kind of store. We really want people to be able to touch the saber and find the one that they like before they go home. So us being in, biggest little saber shop in Reno, I'm all about it. We are growing. If you are in Nevada, you can now go to 5 Titans. If you're in California, you can come to Kyber Cave.
Woo!
Otherwise, you can see us online every Friday night at 9 p.m. and every Sunday night at 7 p.m.
It's only a matter of time till we go international.
Yeah, we are. Oh, storefronts. Yeah. I was like, technically, we're international now. Yeah. And I do want to apologize again for our tardiness tonight. It won't happen again, right, Ezra?
Hey.
All
right,
guys.
Start like 10 minutes before, and then you had some other stuff.
Thank you to everyone who popped on tonight. Tonight was such a fun show. I loved everybody in the comments. Thank you to our special guest, Teagan, for coming out and letting us know about the Relic Hunter. Our flow artist was Clint
Alexander.
Clint Alexander. Thank you to Clint Alexander for being on, and our fabulous producers, James Kaiser and Kevin Hogan. Everybody, have a beautiful night. We will see you Friday if you're over 18.
Yes.
Peace.
All right. Bye, everyone.
C-3PO, the twins have the lightsabers out. Could you go check on them, please?
Of course, my lady.
So how did it go?
Mistress Leah threatened me in very unladylike language.
I just get stitches.
Hey, Master Jimmy, do you have a second? I need some help. Oh, hey, what's up? Yeah, okay, so one of the other students did something to my lightsaber, and now it's wrong. I don't see the issue. No, it looks fine on the outside. Just watch. I still don't see a problem here. What do you mean you don't? What do you mean you don't see the problem with this? I can't fight with this. This is demeaning. Sorry that you don't like the noise, but it's amazing. We have a mission to go do, so let's do that. And if it breaks or whatever, we'll fix it along the way. Fine, fine. Well, there's a Sith. Guess you should turn on your lightsaber.